There is a system in your brain that I am actively trying to engage to keep you watching. It's a psychological principle that explains why some content keeps people hooked in and others don't. I'm going to break it down for you and explain what's actually happening when attention is high. So the golden metric when it comes to social media content, in my opinion, is watch time. High performing content isn't just based on how many people click, it's how much of that piece of content they actually watch. More watch time on a piece of content increases how many people that content is going to get served to. And on top of that, if you have a piece of content that has really high watch time, there's a higher chance that the rest of your content is also going to get pushed to more people. Now, that psychological principle I was talking about at the start of this video plays directly into this. So to explain exactly how this system works, we need to go back in time to 1927. There was this psychology student, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it, Bolma Zygarnik. Bolma? Bloomer Zygarnik. This chick. So she's at dinner with a bunch of her classmates and teachers, and she noticed something. There was one waiter for every table in this particular restaurant. And what was interesting was he was taking all the orders down and not writing anything down. No notebook, no nothing. Now she's expecting this guy's going to fuck up. He's not going to remember all of these orders. There's going to be people getting the wrong stuff. Whatever, it's going to be a mess. But he actually didn't. He didn't fuck up at all. Now later in the evening, she had to go back into the restaurant. She'd forgot something or whatever. And she strikes up conversation with the waiter. She's like, "How'd you do it?" And he actually gave a very simple answer. He was just like, "Well, I just keep the orders in my head until they're finished and then I forget about it." That interaction led to Zygarnik running a bunch of experiments. And what she found was that our brains are better at holding on to unfinished tasks than it is holding on to finished ones. Once something is completed, the brain has an easier time of letting go. Now that finished versus unfinished pattern that we're talking about here matters a lot, and especially when it comes to attention and content. I'm trying to engage this exact system right now, not to trick you into watching. I want you to want to keep watching. Once you understand this principle, you'll see it everywhere. Like most entertainment, movies, books, everything rely on this system, and most of the people that create this content don't even realize it. Think about how many movies open with something already going on. John Wick, he's injured at the start of the movie, and he's running away from something. You don't know what happened or why it matters, but now your brain wants closure. It has to know. A social media example is those like pressure washing gurney videos where people are taking dirty concrete and they're like pressure washing it, and that's opening a loop, and you want to see all of that finished because it's satisfying. You need to get to the end. These two examples are very different, but it just shows that this principle doesn't need to be complex. It can actually be very, very simple. And yes, if you understand it and you know how to use it, you can use it to hack people's attention. But this is where things go wrong. You've probably seen those podcast clips where there's like two videos paired up. So you might have Joe Rogan talking at the bottom and someone playing Subway Surfers at the bottom. Now, the reason that they do that is because they think people have TikTok ADHD brain, so they need something really stimulating to pair with the information that they're trying to deliver. Sounds like a good hack at first, because if the content's really engaging, people watch more of it, they watch more of it, the algorithm serves it to more people, the video can go viral. But if the most entertaining point of that video was the Subway Surfers clip at the bottom, well, what was the point of the rest of it? Just post the Subway Surfers. But we're not here to just get views. We want engagement. We want to build up an audience of the right people who actually care about our content and ultimately engage with our business. So let's look at some more effective ways to actually put this system into practice. Pulp Fiction. One of the best movies ever made. That movie puts this principle, this Zygarnik effect principle, into work perfectly. New loops are constantly opened straight after one's been closed, and it carries you through the whole story. The movie constantly re-engages you with new hooks, and it's not there to distract you. You just want to see how all of this fits together in the end. This principle is applied to social media content all the time, and most creators don't even realize what they're doing. A video might start with someone dropping something or throwing something, and then it cuts to the host. You might have thought that was going to hit me. Well, have you heard about my free resource below that teaches you how to make engagement focused content? Link in the description. And then the thing hits them. That's the payoff. Throwing or dropping or whatever it is they did, that was opening a loop, and you watch to the end because you want to see that payoff of the person just getting fucking. But there is a point where you can stretch this too far. See, there's a fine line between keeping someone engaged and overwhelming them with too many open loops at once. Check out this video where I break down how to simplify your content to get the point across without overloading the viewer.